Hello and welcome to Discovering Libertyville, unveiling the stories and people that make our town so unique. I am your host, David Wool, and I'm thrilled to bring you this new podcast that explores fascinating stories and experiences of local business owners and community leaders right here in a place that we call home. Jan Leisure, Diamond Residential Mortgage, has been financing Libertyville homes from the same office at 533 North Milwaukee Avenue since 1999. You may also know Jan as a former teacher, or as a college instructor, or as a journalist, contributing editor to Mortgage Broker Magazine, Mortgage Originator Magazine, or the money-saving super saver who walked into supermarkets with a fistful of coupons and walked out with $400 worth of groceries, and the stores paid her, or as your mortgage banker. Jan brings all of these skills to bring your transaction to the closing table on time. Jan has commitment, determination, integrity, and a positive attitude to make your home finance experience a great one. Jan Leisure, Diamond Residential Mortgage. My Charcuterie has the perfect boards, boxes, and grazing tables for any occasion. Get-togethers and parties of all sizes will be so much tastier when you bring their delicious charcuterie designs to the table. Their team uses only the very best ingredients to ensure creations that are always curated with the highest quality meats, cheeses, and produce. Imagine hosting a holiday celebration, corporate event, or dream wedding where everyone is blown away by the striking beauty and vibrant taste of the food. That's why they call it food artistry. For your next special event, visit My Charcuterie, located at 214 Peterson Road in Libertyville.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Discovering Libertyville. It's a fine Monday morning, and I'm recording here in Grayslake, actually today from Agora Co-working. So if you're looking for somewhere to get out of the house, to have an office for a day, for a month, or a home to put your business just to get out of the home, Agora is a great place to come over and see Luke, a wonderful guy. Today's episode is actually brought to us by my good friend Brian Grano at Mickey Finn's. I know everybody knows Finn's. Can I get a whoop whoop? So I'm here with three young ladies that we decided for Monday morning. So I'm just going to go around and have you guys introduce yourselves because the name of the business collectively is Tribal Connection.
Right. I'm Jackie Tillman, and I own the building. We're on Cook Street. And
yeah. So how long has the business been?
2 years. We've been open for 2 years. Actually,
a little over 2.
2.5, probably. Yeah, almost. I know.
All right, before we dive in.
I don't realize we're there yet still.
Well, now they're going to know.
Okay, good.
We're going to tell everybody. This is it. This is the big thing.
Awesome.
All right, so we'll go around and make sure
I'm Stephanie Bear. I own Main Street Infusion, IVs and Wellness, and I'm in the Tribal Connection building as well.
Nice.
And I'm Terry Urban, and I coach, and I'm a personal trainer at Tribal.
Beautiful. So, so there's a lot of things going on. So you gals aren't the only people that are in the building, is that correct? There's a bunch of other services.
Correct. We have 2 massage therapists. We have Erica, who's loosey-goosey. We have Dimple. She does Reiki.
Are you just making up these names randomly? We have loosey-goosey and Dimple?
Actually, we do.
Okay.
Isn't that insane?
It is insane.
Dimple does myofascial release and MFR?
MFR is myofascial release, yeah.
Oh, myofascial release and Reiki.
Yeah.
I'm just saying so.
Well, yes. So this episode would be completely made up. So these things aren't real, anything that you're hearing.
Yeah.
Right.
We have classes. We have group fitness classes that we offer there in the gym. We have True Ball Nation, who does basketball skill training at every evening. Who else do we have? Jenna. Tagletics. She does dry needling.
Oh.
She's there 2 days a week. She's phenomenal.
So everything's centered around wellness.
Everything.
Okay. So tell me a story, whoever wants to say it, like how do you three actually come together? Like obviously you own the building, so at some point you said you want to start this.
Yeah.
And this is just you alone? Did you have somebody along with you?
So I used to work out at Terry's old gym.
Okay.
And once she got rid of the gym, I was like, well, I think maybe I should start my own thing. I have no background in any of this stuff, so it was really random and on a whim, to be honest. And then slowly, have been bringing in people to kind of make it just one big wellness center.
Awesome. And I'm sure for client-wise that helps out a lot, because if you have a gym client, if we have clients from all over, to bring them in to try other things.
Yeah. Definitely. And inside we have a cold tub and a sauna that people can rent out to, and they don't have to be part of the gym. and we're slowly growing it.
Okay, how big is the space?
It's big. Do you remember the old Amazing Cosmetics building?
I do, but I don't remember how many Amazing Cosmetics were in there.
A lot of cosmetics.
There were a lot. It was amazing the amount they had.
It was an amazing amount.
It was like their corporate office space, so it was all
huge.
offices. Yeah.
So like warehouse kind of space?
Some of it is warehouse, like the gym.
I blew out the back. It was all offices up top and bottom.
Wow.
There's 2 levels.
And then we also just did a build out.
Yeah.
Wow, how fun is that?
So fun.
It's so fun.
Don't
and
you think
expensive.
what makes the building so unique, the Tribal Connection, is just how much everybody cares about everybody there? Like, not only working out, but each business supports each other's business, and we're so collaboratively working together that it makes it so effortless, I think. So
That it is. It has kind of become like a community gathering. And mostly women. I mean, just Stan is the only male.
Stan the man.
Yeah.
But you do not turn down males that
No.
want to come in.
No, my husband works out there. He's
Yeah.
a man.
Yeah.
He's a man.
we let men in.
Well, and I think
It's just a different fee.
Fine.
It happens super organically too, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody just like someone knew you, right? Or I mean, it just kind of like
Liz.
Yeah.
introduced me to Steph.
Yeah.
This time about.
Yes.
Yes, and who
Yep.
Liz
I think Liz
also
introduced me to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Jenna
She
was
knows
from
everybody.
the city. It just
Yeah.
sort of, the whole thing just sort of, it's sort of meant to be because it just sort of happened without.
It was
we
so
weren't searching
easy.
for someone
Yeah.
to do
It was an easy.
IVs or it just.
Erica I had known from a previous gym and Erica works on a ton of like professional athletes, and she has a great clientele. She's in the front of the building. Dimple I knew from your old gym. So yeah, it has been just like a slow kind of organic build.
Okay, so I'm starting to get a grasp on what everything that's done there. So if I'm somebody listening that wants any of these services, is there one like main website to go to, or Instagram page to follow, or what do they do to find out about everything and book services?
So you can go to MindBody and you can look at all the things that we offer there. It's an app.
Okay.
And then you just search up Tribal Connection, and then all of our prices, all of the different things we offer there are on there. But I think everybody kind of has a different, like you have a different.
I just have a different booking site.
But on Tribal Connection website, everybody's listed under there. All our personal trainers, Steph.
So that's a main place that you can find and navigate through to find out what you want to do.
Yeah, is in there.
All right.
But you book differently for different people.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to switch first of all because I want to know about infusion. So I heard a little bit about it. I follow your Instagram page as well, and then on New Year's Day, I saw a picture of Brian Grano, our gracious sponsor, getting a hangover cure.
Yes.
Is that for real?
Yes. So that was St. Patrick's Day.
St.
right?
Patrick's Day,
The
sorry.
day after.
Yes.
Yeah. So St. Patrick's Day.
Which is like New Year's for me.
It is
right?
for him.
Right.
Yeah. Like that was his holiday. So he came in the day after and was feeling a little, meh.
Right.
And then he left feeling amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was instant for him.
So what kind of stuff do you infuse for? Are there different things for hangovers, or if you're sick?
So that's a great question. So most of the ingredients are similar, but it has to do with the dosing. But it's all just pure vitamins, minerals, nothing natural at all is put into the IV bag. So you feel better before you even leave.
Really? Mm-hmm. So it's pretty instant.
It's instant. Yep.
How does someone get into that? Did you drink a lot and we're looking for a good hangover cure? Or do you have background in medicine?
Well, I have been a nurse for a long time, and I have a lot of nurse friends. And yes, that is sort of how we started dabbling and how to get ourselves recovered in college. But I took it to that next level following just doing research on overall health and seeing like family members get put on blood pressure meds and lipid meds, and it was like there's a better way to heal from the inside without medication. So for me it's about alternative medicine, and I've seen a lot of success with clients doing that now who are feeling better, looking better, and there's nothing more rewarding than that. So for my business model, that's if you have something that you're looking to change or a way to get healthy without trusting the medical system, is what I'm going to say in quotes, I think it's a great alternative to try.
Good. So infusion is like an intravenous
Mm-hmm.
So how big are the needles? So that's
super tiny.
Yes.
I always tell people, and I show them the little, and then the other myth is that a needle doesn't actually stay in your arm. The needle uses the access to the skin, and then there's a tiny soft catheter. You can move your arm. You don't have a needle stuck in there the whole time. And it's about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And it's relaxing, actually.
Your room is so cute and cozy.
I tried to make it really not medical. So when you come in, you feel like you're at home. There's candles, TVs, massage chairs, just relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, especially because I think you'd have to have people comfortable.
Totally.
Especially if they're a little apprehensive at first.
Yes, and it's better to be laying down when you start if you're nervous. So just recline.
It's not just like the like hungover thing. Like you do like acne stuff. And,
I would
like,
say the hangover is my least popular bag, to be honest with you.
Really?
You would think it would be the most popular, but I don't know if people are just suffering in silence. You don't have to do that. You can make an appointment.
I think that's the new name of the episode, Suffering in Silence.
You can come forward.
You can come forward and not hang your head in shame in a hangover. But yeah, it's more wellness. So I do for athletic performance, recovery, brain fog, sleep issues, anxiety, depression, natural ways to treat that as well.
Wow. I think people are being a lot more enlightened these days, especially about different forms of...
I think so too. I think we're trying to get away from depending on big pharma, and we would rather get well in a natural way.
Right. And speaking of that, maybe they should start going to the gym and working out, right?
True, they should.
Right. So
It always helps.
So, Jim, do you do classes do you do one-on-ones? Is there regular classes that are put together?
So we have both. So we have a full week plus Saturdays of classes. We have a 5:30 a.m., 8:30 a.m., 9:30, and then we just added some evening classes too. So you can do both. If group classes aren't for you, we've got personal training as well. So both.
Excellent. So what's your, because you had a gym before and then you brought it over here, what's the longest client that you have that you've been working with? Obviously, because people like to stay.
I would say, that's a good question. I think one of the people who have been with me longest is probably Sarah Doshi.
How long?
She's been with me since, it would have been Lisa, because she was with me at Primal. Long time. I've been doing this for 13 years.
Holy cow.
Yeah, long time. But most
And you're
of the
only
people,
25.
And I'm only 25.
Right. She started when she was 4.
You have such a good work ethic.
That's why she's in good shape.
The people that I had at Primal are still kind of with us, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Sarah. Yeah.
So you have
There's a few.
you have multiple trainers. Is that what we call them, trainers, or?
At our gym?
Yes.
Yeah, we have 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 of us that kind of share the classes. We have one that takes most of the classes, and then Dimple jumps in, and she does a mobility class in the middle of the week for us, and then I have classes on Thursdays. So we kind of share the class load, and then I do personal training too.
Gotcha. Most popular class that people want to come to?
I'm going to say, I feel like they're all pretty evenly popular. People do like Dimple's class because it's the middle of the week. So they're typically either sore by Wednesday or they need like a little bit of a kind of a recharge. And her class is more about movement and mobility than the strength and stuff that we do the other day. So probably I would say they really enjoy that class.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a little reset during the middle of the week.
That's good because we all need that. And half the deal is just getting there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And actually schedule classes to hold you accountable.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. So you're working with a bunch of entrepreneurs and healthy people. How has the journey been putting everybody together, dealing with different personalities, and because it sounds like everybody gets along great.
I think it's been fun. I mean, there's definitely things like we've had like a turnover of coaches. Like finding coaches is hard. There's like little things here and there, but I think it's been for the most part a really fun experience. Just like meeting people, and I'm not a big like. I don't like to small talk and meet with people.
I'm glad you're on the show. Thanks.
I'm not big into that. I'm just being honest.
No, that's great.
It just had to like push me out a little of my comfort zone, but I've really enjoyed it and I've had a good time with like building this and bringing people together. And I think I love our little community.
I love it. It's so great. I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine being somewhere else. I've been asked to come to other places.
Who did that?
I have been. Of course I did. I said I'm super happy where I am, but thanks.
We do have a
Yeah.
really good, like,
We're gonna talk
connection.
Okay.
Yo.
We have like a tribal connection almost.
But it is
like your
fun.
whole tribe.
Like, we do have
I would
fun.
say, I mean,
We
like,
have
there's
lot of
a
fun.
huge loyalty factor there, too.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to let down someone else inside your own team. So it's constantly building each other up. I mean, anytime someone comes in to get an IV, I show them the space.
Sure.
Like, and typically it's look at everything you have to offer. And the overwhelming response is always, this is awesome. I had no idea this was
Right.
here.
Yeah.
It's like this little hidden gem in downtown Libertyville that nobody knows about.
But then
Well,
too, we refer each other a lot.
Yeah.
Like if I have a client, and I had a client who was sick, and he's like, I can't make it. I'm whatever, and I'm like, here's Steph's number. Go get an IV, and you'll be back in tomorrow, maybe today.
Yeah, and that, I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah.
It's quick too. Yeah, it's just
yeah.
it's
Or we
it's been
refer
really
to Dimple
easy.
Or Jenna. It's nice because everything we do in that building is all that you could really ever need or refer people to.
Right. So
We even have a
health-wise, it's
chiropractor that's a member that we can, if we need, like, we've got a lot of really good access to a lot of really good stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I love to see how that works, and when everybody can come in and help each other out at the same time.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things I always ask is, so the name of the company, Tribal Connection, like, I want to know how you made it up.
I'm Native American, Apache, and Navajo. My dad is, so that I just wanted to like incorporate my roots in that.
Very cool. I would not have guessed that at all.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a hard decision to make.
No. Yeah.
Gotcha. So when you start off, and then you said you brought a couple people in, did you have any idea that at what you said 2.5 years ago?
2.5. Mhm.
2.5. That it would grow this much where you'd have to do a build out and you'd have all these
No.
people there. That wasn't your vision.
No, I didn't. Well, like I said, I really did. It was like on a whim. Like I was like, Terry, I'm gonna buy a building. And she
She's
was
like, let's just go work out somewhere. I'm like, okay. And that was it.
And she's like, haha, okay. And I'm like, no, for real, I'm gonna like buy a building. And then that building was for sale because it was this after it was not
after
long
COVID, but not
yeah.
long after.
Yeah. And then
This is how I always tell people. They're like, where is this building and how did it come to be? I was like, Jackie one day was working out and decided she didn't want to be there anymore and then was like, I'm just going to get my own building. And then everyone followed her.
Exactly. That's the story.
It is weird.
That is the story.
That is, like really how it happened. I think we stopped at your gym. The next month I bought a building, and then I started like demolishing it that month.
I think you actually said, if I buy a place and make it a gym, can we work out there? And we're like, yeah.
Because I didn't want to pay rent to anyone, and I wanted it to make sense. My background's in interior design, so I have like kind of like the design aspect where I could see the vision.
Right.
But I didn't think it would turn into like what it's turned into now.
No, so this is not a podcast about a business plan. How to make a solid business plan.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I think some of the best things come out of that. And so you do what you wanted to do, and then you attract great people to surround yourself with, and you attract great clients.
Yeah.
And it just kind of works.
Well, because I feel like if I can like overthink things, and then when you stop and like when you were doing it, you're like, wait a minute. Like, no, you just got to do it. You just got to
do it.
pull the trigger and then keep moving. Because otherwise, you're forever like.
You're right. You're stuck in that space for sure.
And it can be scary, and it is a lot. And you're like, did I just do the right thing?
Well, I think then you have like imposter syndrome.
Oh my gosh.
You wake up, or actually no, it's like 3 a.m. where you're like, I'm an idiot. I don't know anything. Why am I doing this? How can I even be functioning? And then you wake up at 6 and you're like, well, that was crazy. And then you just do it.
And then you just keep going back.
Yeah, just day
Well,
by day.
planning things on a whim like that, also, you're not let down if you have it all on paper and say, we need this many clients by this, I need to get this by this time, this
Right.
by this time. You just go with the flow and
I
do
mean,
what
there's
you love.
moments I have that where I'm like, holy shit, you're like all panicked. Like, this is.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think we all
it
do
has
that, though.
slowly. It's doing what it needs to do. And
Yeah.
eventually, we'd love to put like we have a little small kitchen. We want to do like a smoothie bar, where we have Yeah,
because I think when we were talking off air, that said the only thing you don't have is any kind of food.
Yeah.
I think we want to do a smoothie bar. I'm talking to the city right now about that.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Cool. Well, hopefully that'll be. So if somebody's listening, they don't know where you're at. So you're on Cook Street, correct?
133 East Cook. So we are what's the best place to stay when we're near? Like Black Cat.
Black Cat Yoga's right beside us,
Salon.
and then the Cook Apartments.
Oh, that.
Salon Callisto.
We're right across the street from them.
Yeah, Salon Callisto and Cook Apartments are in between those two.
Gotcha.
Like the O'Toole's parking lot backs up to our parking lot.
I know exactly where you're at.
So
now.
you can, yeah.
That was a good
You don't walk to O'Toole's after work? No. I don't either. I usually go to Finn's, but.
not that we're going to mention
Oh my God,
anything
edit
like that,
that
but
out,
yes.
David,
But we'd like to thank Brian Grotto, our sponsor.
Oh my gosh,
We'd
he's
like
the
to-
best.
Is that Finn's?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where we were Friday.
Yeah, we
So
were.
we hang out a
Finn's
lot
Friday.
as like a community, and we work hard and we play hard.
Well said.
That's very true.
I mean, we went crazy.
Wait, did you
Friday
guys
night.
get any of those glasses at Mickey Finn's, those 30-year anniversary glasses?
Nobody
But you
remembers.
remember
I
so
want
very
those.
nice glasses.
Oh,
Yeah, same here. It's like, yes, and actually this is being recorded on the Eclipse Day too.
It literally.
Yeah, we do.
Nobody remembers Friday
Solar
night.
eclipse glasses.
Nobody remembers
we don't
it.
even remember.
Well, Friday night was kind of like an eclipse then.
It was.
Yes.
It was.
Right.
It was.
Just slowly goes to totality, and then you wake up the next morning and get an IV.
It was.
You know how many people needed IVs? You were nowhere to be found.
I
on
know. I'm
Saturday.
sorry. I went out of town. I went to the Chris Stapleton and Lainey Wilson concert.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
No regrets. No regrets.
So many of us
Good.
needed you on Saturday.
I needed myself.
So, the personalities in this room is wonderful. I see how it works. I see exactly why it works.
Wild.
Good. We should have drank. We should have done this Friday night.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been more fun.
Should we?
And then we begin calls for edits. And after the waiver that you guys signed, yes, then we'd be fine.
People would probably want to sign up for like our drinking parties and not our workout parties.
It's true.
Well, it could be maybe an extra
Maybe
thing.
I'll add that into our
Yeah.
Right.
Why not?
Oh, that could be an option.
Yeah.
An after workout
Yeah.
party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Done.
Let me know when it is. I just have to do the workout, but I'll come to the party.
Perfect.
So now, since this is a podcast about Libertyville, are you all from Libertyville? Grow up here? How
I
we end
did
up
not
here?
grow up here. I moved here. My husband's from here. His whole family's here, and he loved it. So we came back right when we had kids, and I love it. And I don't think we'll ever move.
Ever?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
We'll get a second house somewhere cool,
Yeah.
but, like warm.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Warm would
yeah,
be good.
But I love it here. I love Libertyville. It's cute.
It is. Did
It's a
you
great
record?
time. I'm from Texas, but I've been here for 15 years. Yeah. My husband grew up here as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So how do you come from? Did you meet him in college then?
No, my ex-husband works for Medline, and so we moved here when my girls were younger, and then I met him a couple years later after we divorced, and then we've been married for 10 years, and I raised my kids here. It's a great place to raise
It
your
is a
kids.
great place to
really,
raise.
yeah.
I have
It's-
4 kids, and we've been here maybe 18 years, I
Yeah.
guess. or
Time is
19
kind of a
years.
hard thing to. Yeah.
Jeez,
It is.
there's no way we've been here that long.
I know.
But
Somebody
I do
told
have an
me.
18-year-old, so yeah.
Right.
Dang.
Yeah. Somebody told me the other day that I have almost a 20-year-old. And I thought they were crazy,
They're
but then
not.
I started thinking about it.
I win.
Yeah.
That's true.
You in? What's the oldest?
Almost 24.
Wow.
How is that possible?
I know.
I
Peyton
can't
was
believe
24,
Peyton's
Allie
almost
will be
24.
21.
Wow.
Sad.
That's insane. Okay, so Libertyville, the one thing that I really love about it is I see how loyal people are to shopping local, to coming together as community, and from Main Street Libertyville to even being at a ribbon cutting the other day just to see how people are, from parades to car show things and how people come out. I think it's a very unique community, especially I think it's centered around a wonderful downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I
'Cause
think
there's not-
that's what makes Libertyville so special.
People
It's the
always say
downtown.
that too when they visit.
Mm-hmm.
Like even all my family from Texas, but friends are like, this is like a little slice of American pie.
It
They're
is.
like, it's so cute and so like, everybody comments on that.
Mm-hmm.
It is true. And, there's not very many towns around like that, especially when starting to do a podcast about local things and towns that actually really bond together. There's not very many towns that have awesome downtowns where you really don't have to leave. I mean, you can
yeah.
get whatever you need right in
And it's
town.
walkable. It's perfect. Yeah, I love it.
And stumbleable on Friday nights,
That's right.
as proven.
Yeah, I think I'm just now learning about the little downtown Libertyville, like kind of even all their little events and all the stuff, because I'm starting to participate in all that.
Which
so
is
it has
great.
been cool, yeah.
So you're part of the chamber and everything as well?
Sure.
and you're getting more involved with everything. Actually, it's a fun thing to get out
You
and
are
start
part of Main
meeting
Street.
everything.
Yes, I am part of Main Street.
Yeah, for sure.
And Main Street, they do such a great job.
They do a
We
lot
just
of
did
stuff.
that wine about winter thing, and that was crazy, especially because it was cold.
Yeah.
But people really, I was surprised with how many people were out there walking around.
And they,
There's
degree
wine.
weather.
There's wine.
right, so it's
Why
not that
not?
surprising. Why not?
Why not?
Right.
That's true.
So the thing about when we talk about like Main Street, Libertyville, and the way people come together, I love to see how businesses work together to do everything, and the network things that everything does. Like with the crew that you guys have, I'm sure that everybody, if they don't know about you, you gals come to one event and everybody would know everything there's possibly to know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. So we do one thing during the show, and I'd never know how to do it when we have more than one person, and I call it the Libertyville Hot Seat.
Welcome to the Libertyville Hot Seat. The Hot Seat today is brought to you by our friends at Mickey Finn's Brewery. And by the way, if you haven't listened to Brian Grano's podcast, get over there and listen to it right away. So once again, thank you to Mickey Finn's for sponsoring the Libertyville Hot Seat.
So there's some rapid fire questions that we're going to ask, so we can do this a couple different ways. I think that we should just start to my left, and I'll do question, and we'll go as fast as we can.
Okay, and we just
Sound good.
answer it right away fast.
You can answer it really way fast,
Okay.
but it's also a good way for me to get to know you gals a little bit better. And the only thing is you just have to tell the truth.
Oh, gosh, I'm scared.
All right. Well, actually, I've never said that. It's actually not even a rule.
You won't know.
You won't know.
It's actually not the rule.
Hit it.
Just need to know the
Game
rules.
on.
Like, if I'm winning, this is like a winning situation.
Hit it, David.
This is not a competition. It may be a competition.
Okay.
There will be awards and quizzes
It's
after
like a
this.
history of Libertyville. I'm like, I'm terrible. This isn't going to work for me.
Right, no.
Just say whatever you think.
Right, and today's the eclipse, so the world's going to end today, so
So
this
just
episode
what
might
this
not even
This
end.
means nothing.
So just make it up.
No one's even going to hear this.
No one listens to this. Yes, it'll all be fine. All right, starting to my left, we're going to move all the way around. If you had to have a superpower, what would it be?
Fly. I
You wanna
would fly.
Fly.
Yeah.
Any main reason you want to fly? Just for time purposes, or just kind of cool to fly?
I just think it'd be fun.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not really worried about time. It's just it'd be fun.
If you had to pick a place to travel that you haven't been, where would you really like to go?
Oh gosh.
You're a pretty good traveler.
I am.
It's got to be somewhere you really want to go, though.
Portugal. I haven't been there.
Portugal.
I would say Portugal too. I want to go.
Would you?
Yeah.
Do you want to go? This weekend.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
let's do it.
Book it. What was your first car?
Oh my gosh, my first car was a 1982 Chevy Celebrity, and the brakes did not work. And it was older than I was, and my parents did not believe me when I'd be like, the brakes cut out. I'd be like, too bad.
That's a hot car, too.
And I crashed into like a snowbank. And my dad was like, you're clearly not equipped to drive. It's not the brakes.
Right.
It's you.
What was your first concert you ever went to?
Def Leppard.
Really?
No,
Nice.
sorry, that's wrong. Motley Crue and Whitesnake.
Whoa.
I'm
We know
so old.
That's
We know so
awesome.
much more about you now,
Yeah.
see?
Motley Crue and Whitesnake.
Wow.
That's
I had
awesome.
to sit. This is how old I am. I had to sit at Sears and sleep.
What's
For the Ticketmaster.
That's how.
Yep.
That's how you used to have to get a ticket.
You had to wait at the
You couldn't be
Ticketmaster.
like this. You had to go to
Yep.
Ticketmaster and get in line, and you'd have to sleep outside on the sidewalk.
Ticketmaster was in Sears?
Yes, or
Yeah.
JCPenney's.
Right? I used to go to the Pennies one.
Mhm. But you had to get in line and wait, and walk in and like actually get a paper ticket.
Yeah. You weren't
That's
able to have 5 computers on at the same time trying to get
it
your
was
Taylor
hard. You
Swift
had to
tickets.
earn that ticket. So that was
Yeah.
it.
That's
an awesome concert.
it is.
Where do you go from there? All downhill.
Yeah, it's downhill.
That's it.
Backstreet Boys.
Nope.
You know, I went because the way you looked at her. I have to know your first concert.
New Kids on the Block.
I was gonna.
Hello.
So I wasn't that far off. Okay. So we're gonna repeat that. What was your first concert? Since we're all sharing.
my parents were pretty cool about concerts, so my first one was MC Hammer.
Oh, that's
Really?
a good one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Wow, you
was.
can't touch that one.
Can't. Too legit.
You guys are killing it.
Oh boy, this is we can do this all day long. Okay, we're gonna ask everybody this one. Would the 12-year-old version of yourself think you're cool?
No.
Okay.
Nobody thinks I'm cool.
What?
Oh, I think you're
I think
the
that's a
absolute
lie.
coolest.
Well, your kids kind of
My kids
do.
do.
So you're gonna say yes, the 12-year version of yourself would think you're cool?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Why?
am so cool. What do you mean? What?
I'm just asking. I'm not.
I meant to girl, not to you.
Oh.
Push you in.
I do love that for you.
I think so. I think that, yeah, I think I would. I would like to think that I would.
Okay. And I think it's one of the biggest compliments you can give yourself. And speaking of that now,
12-year-old Stephanie would definitely think I'm cool. Yeah.
shooting people up during
Yeah,
the day.
she'd be like, look at that. Like, just a flash forward and be like, what is she doing?
Right.
So used to my kids being like, Mom.
Yeah, they think that way now, but they'll change their mind.
I think so.
But you
They
looking
will.
at you.
But you
really
yourself,
pretty bad.
yeah.
Like, I'm pretty
Maybe.
badass.
Look at your arms. I would think you're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12-year-old you had muscles like that?
I don't think 12-year-old me would care. She'd be
Mm. 12-year-old you would want 12-year-old you would want you to be hot and fit.
This is true. Do you have a nickname?
all my nieces and nephews call me T, Aunt T.
Aunt T. Do you have a nickname?
Jackie. My real name's Jacqueline, so I guess it would just be Jackie.
It's real original.
Yeah, that's
sweet.
good.
Took a lot of.
Yeah, people call me Dave because my name's David.
Wow.
It's a clever
Also.
nickname. Never stuck though.
Is yours Steph because your name's Stephanie?
Yep, that's
It
it.
is. That is.
Do you really don't have? Nobody's got like a really fun.
I call you
Surprised.
IV Steph.
IV stuff.
You are IV stuff to
I've been called a lot of things, but I guess I would like IV stuff to stick.
All right. So we're going to do something a little more serious. If you tell me something that you wish you learned sooner in your life.
Ooh, I wish I learned to be maybe a little more forgiving and patient with myself,
Mhm.
and just kind of let things flow.
It's not an easy thing to do.
I'm pretty uptight, but I'm getting better as I get older.
Good. Anything you wish you'd learned sooner?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I hate to say the same thing, but like patience.
Yeah.
Because it took me a long time to like get any sort of patience. So
Right.
yeah, like with my kids and everything, life,
Amen.
patience.
What do you think, Ivy?
IV stuff over here on the
IV
bike. I would say I probably wish I would have known that it's okay to take big risks. Big risks, big rewards, for sure.
I think that's good.
And like trusting your gut with that decision.
It's huge.
Trusting your gut. That's a good one.
And most people don't have the I was going to say the balls to do that because it's a hard thing to do, but there are big rewards with that. Otherwise, you get to work a 9 to 5 every day. Not that there's anything wrong with it, as long as you're listening to this on the way to work. Then it's perfectly fine. All right, answer whoever has the first answer for this. If you have to have a theme party at your house, what would it be?
4th of July.
A theme? 4th of July?
Yeah, we love America.
You should see
IV Steph.
IB stuff. Celebrating the 4th.
You should see
and I
our
are
4th of
definitely not
July
like this.
parties.
You couldn't sound more like my parents right now.
I love your parents. Her parents are clients of mine. They are
amazing.
lovely. They did come to my mind when I said that. I would invite them.
Theme
They would come. They would be so excited.
That is a theme. I've had it on a random day.
Mine would be like 90s. It'd be like a 90s thing.
90s would
I
be
would
really
probably do
fun.
80s.
Oh, that would be
Or
fun.
70s.
Ours would
like
be
disco.
way more fun.
Can you
Our party
pepper
would
in
be better.
America? Just pepper in some America for me.
Yeah, I mean, if
Right.
you want to come in
90s America.
Like a,
90s
if you want to come in like
America.
American flag leotard, you're go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. See,
We
we're,
could do
our
red, white, and
vision.
blue disco.
This is how these visions come. And now David will be invited to some party at the
Red,
gym.
white, and
It's
blue
American.
disco.
Crazy.
You could have one on the 4th of every month.
Huge party
Did you hear
at
that?
the gym. And we're
On the
gonna sell
4th
tickets
of
for it.
every month, we should have a theme party.
Right.
That's a lot. That's
So
Okay, fine.
Or
But is
the
it?
4th of every 4th month.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Who's gonna
I'll
get
put the
cut out?
calendar.
I just want to wear the leotard.
Like, don't worry, your next Christmas gift, I hope I get you.
How do you know I don't even have one? I have all kinds of stuff.
I believe this.
Can you please wear it to work?
I'll have to ask Mike if I can borrow it.
Let's see how business changes after that.
Yeah, right.
You never know.
Welcome.
All right. When you girls eat tacos, do you tilt your head to the right or the left?
Oh,
Mm, to the
left.
Yeah, left.
Left.
Right.
That wasn't right. Do that again.
Who eats a taco
It's
the way
left.
you
I've got a
just
crick
did?
in my neck.
Well, you better
Maybe you
make
just
tacos.
stop eating tacos for a while.
You've been eating too many tacos.
That's right.
Left.
Okay.
To the left, for sure.
This is going to be fun, just because I have no idea what you crazy women are doing. So
Neither do we.
if you had to walk into work and I was shooting a video for you and it was slow motion as you guys walked in, what would the theme song be playing as you walked in?
Oh, wow. That's a great question.
America the Beautiful.
Clearly.
Clearly.
What?
Yeah, that would
All right.
that'd be a good one.
Slow-mo, too.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Terry would probably be like Whitesnake. Here I go
It might be.
again.
It might be.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll let you think on that
I'm gonna
one.
be so upset when I think of it in the car
Yeah.
later.
Okay.
Dang, I
Just
wish I
picture
would've said that.
working out with, or coming into Stan. Stan's music is what I would always want to walk into.
Really?
I love Stan's music.
He does have to.
The basketball, Stan at our basketball place,
Okay.
he has the best music.
Nice.
Except the other day he had that Hanson on. That was not okay.
Yeah, Hanson's never okay.
Yes,
He
everybody
did.
looked at him and were like, is this your music?
Yeah, not even at a 90s party. It's kind of taboo.
Who, are you playing this?
All right, since we're on music, go-to karaoke song.
Oh, I try to do karaoke as little as possible.
All right, gun to your head, have
But
to do one.
It'll have to be Journey.
Mm.
All right.
Any Journey song.
Okay.
Just a small
Mine would be
town.
like an Anita Baker song. Just because I love her, but I don't know which one.
Okay.
Mine would probably be Tupac. I Get Around.
You guys all couldn't be more alike.
I know all the words to that song.
Can you?
Yes. Na, 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 na.
We're doing.
Yeah, we can do. We're doing this.
We're doing karaoke at our
Maybe-
4th of July disco party.
Right, the fourth of every fourth disco
Okay.
party, we're doing karaoke,
Mhm.
All right.
and you'll be the
You're
fourth
ready.
one.
You'll be
A lot
the
of
4th
pressure.
participant.
You'll be
Word
good.
participant.
You have laid it out for us.
And back to serious ones. So, how many days a week can you wear the same pair of jeans without washing them?
I've never even seen you in jeans.
I hardly, well, because you always see me in, I know, I hardly wear jeans. I would wear jeans like 2, maybe 3 times.
All right,
For sure.
that's fair enough.
Then they get all loose and comfy.
Yeah.
Right, until
Probably
you need
same.
it.
I think
Yeah.
2 is max for me.
2 is max. Ivy stuff.
Ivy stuff would say maybe like 4 or 5.
All right.
Yeah. What are you doing in these jeans?
Well, it depends what you're doing in the jeans.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I mean,
Yeah. Did you go out in the jeans? Because that's probably different.
Right.
truth, especially last Friday.
Yeah.
That's probably a one pair
can't
night,
bring it
right?
Friday.
It's a one wear.
Yeah.
Jackie and tacos. For dinner.
What's the last thing you purchased on Amazon?
A wine rack.
Nice.
Some cream for my son's feet last night.
Okay.
It's very mom of you.
Awesome.
All right.
Like the old
You gotta do
deal.
what you gotta do.
I love the honesty too. He'll probably
It
love
came
that.
this morning. I ordered it literally in bed last night. He was at the door this morning.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's on.
Morning.
No, we like small business.
Right. I mean, when you're not shopping local,
Right.
obviously.
Yes.
The last thing it was yesterday. I bought a first communion banner kit for my son.
See?
Nice.
Random, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had some of the most random answers I've ever heard, and I think that's great.
Thanks, David.
Hey, it's just my pleasure to be here. It is Monday, and the world is ending.
Mine
so,
as well.
The world is ending.
Have I ever won an award?
Have I won an award?
Yes.
Well, when I was in Girl Scout camp far away when I was a little girl, I won most homesick monkey.
Did you say most homesick
Homesick
monkey?
That was what I called it.
Wow. Do you have is there a trophy
I got
or a little?
certificate.
Really?
It's kind of rude, really, if you think about it. It's probably sad, and they're making fun of
Yeah, they're making fun of the girl who's the
Yeah,
most
no,
homesick.
that's what I got.
Way to go, Girl Scouts.
I mean, awards and
Jackie's
track.
won tons of awards.
I have won awards.
Yeah.
Tell me one you're most proud of.
I don't know.
Tell me one you're least proud of, or somewhere in the middle.
My awards have been for sports, so I don't.
Okay. Like what sports do you play?
I played basketball, And I rode horses when I was young.
Did you play basketball in college or high school?
I played basketball in college, and I played a year I played basketball in high school and a year in college, University of Wyoming.
In Wyoming.
And then I quit because I hated it.
You hated it? So I said.
I was homesick. I was young. I thought I wanted to move away from home. I really didn't. You know, when you're 18, you're like, hey, everybody.
It's a great idea because everybody else is doing it. I mean, it's not for everybody.
And then you leave and you're like, oh, shit, what'd I do?
Yeah. Well, at least you had basketball.
Yeah, no, it was fine for then. And then, but yeah, that's about it, I think.
I won a spelling bee in 3rd grade.
Well, that's good.
Right?
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
It's a big accomplishment. See, that's a random fact about you that we get to know now, too.
Actually, I will say, I was the elected speaker for my nursing school when I graduated to give the speech, and I made it all about poop.
You made it what?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. So I made it relatable to nursing roles, and I was just I had this nurse. She was sort of my mentor, and she said to me, she was like, "You're gonna find out the kind of nurse you are, Stephanie, when you deal with shit." And I was like, "Whoa!" And she was like, "No, not life, real shit."
Really?
Yeah, she was a cranky old nurse.
Was she right?
She was so right.
See?
She couldn't have been more right.
She was so right that you gave a speech about it.
Yep, peppered that in there a little bit. Yeah.
Right. What was the name of the speech? Was it the shit you have to deal with?
It was, yeah, pretty much like that. Because when you think, when people think about nurses, that comes to the forefront. They're like, oh, I could never do that. Mm-hmm. You're right. When you're in there and you're doing something like that, and it's done, you walk out, and you grab your nurse friends, and you go,
what just happened?
What was that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was right. Her name's Sally. God bless her.
Wow. My mom was a nurse her entire life, and it was one of those things that they do deal with, figuratively and literally.
Yes. Yeah.
They have a lot of shit to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
It is. All right, so I know that those are very important for the community. They know the answers to all these things and what's going on things, especially with some of my answers that might be in my top 10 list that I'll come up with later. All right, so plans for the business. Is there, besides food, is there any other things on the horizon that you really want to improve on or something you want the community to know?
Just growing our membership, really, growing our membership for our classes and just to keep building because we're still young and to get the word out because we still hear that a lot, oh my gosh, we had no idea you guys were here. So that's really, now that we've kind of we're done with the build out and we're kind of there just to keep building in that way.
I feel like we're perfecting the building now, and it's such a great space. It's such a great location in terms of getting everything you need in one space for your health and wellness. It's just such a natural place to come to. And I think when people come in the one time, they always come back. Oh, I didn't know this was here. This is fantastic. And they find something else that they might want.
We also have yoga too. Anne Marie does yoga. And then this summer we're going to do yoga for student athletes. So we'll try and do more this summer with student athletes and stuff like that. But yeah, to just keep growing in that way.
That's awesome. The fun thing was when I was on and I was looking through Instagram and there's pictures of workouts going on in the gym, and then there's just something other random. Then there's the basketballs going on, and I'm going through I'm really not sure what they do here or what they don't do here.
Yeah. I think people feel that way too. They're like, wait, what is this? And they walk in and they see all the different, and it's just just a big wellness building where you can work out if you want. You can do the cold plunge. You can rent that out if you want to use that, or the sauna, or if you want a massage or an IV, or it is just kind of what you need, I guess.
Yeah, and it's fun that you have a bunch of the things that I look at that have become so popular. Mm-hmm. The cold plunge is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of people use it. That
we have
sauna.
It right next to the sauna.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do
back and forth.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like torture to me.
It is. It's awful.
Great.
It's not fun.
How else should we advertise that?
It's so
the
good
health
for you.
Benefits are.
What are the health benefits of cold plunge, especially coming up from sauna today?
Inflammation. It helps with sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Depression. Soreness. I only do 7 to 10 minutes. After the first minute and a half, you'll go numb, and then you can stay in there forever. You just got to get past going numb.
So there's not a certain time that you're not supposed to be in there?
10 minutes is good.
Wow.
But some people do the back and forth thing. Sarah does sauna, cold cold plunge.
Really? Interesting. How often do you have to clean that? That's my first thing. I'm like going, oh my gosh, how long does it take to get ready for the next time?
There's chemicals, and then there's a filter. I clean it every week.
It's like
it's not
so
too
it
bad.
circulates water and everything.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
awful.
I always see the people that buy these cold plunge things, and I'm like, well, that's
like
good
that
for like one
tin
use.
bucket.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
The ice.
the bucket thing. No, this is like the it's called plunge, and it has a filter system, and it's plugged in. It cleans itself. I mean, we wipe it down and put chemicals in it, but it's
Right.
not. It's pretty self.
Wow. So besides, I like that you're doing the yoga for like young athletes too, because I think that especially like tough guy athletes think that it's all about strength and all about, but the flexibility part and getting in touch with their body and knowing how to use it in different ways is a huge thing.
Yeah. Well, in our classes, just to speak on those, because I think a lot of people just see what we do on Instagram, and sometimes it's either intimidating or it's like, oh, that's a gym or whatever. But our biggest thing is like mobility and strength and mobility, and it's for longevity, right? Because if you can't squat, you can't get off the toilet. That's like my biggest thing I've said forever and ever. So it's like focusing on young people, but also people that are aging and or aged, like just keeping them healthy for a lifelong journey. Not just, it's not just about lifting weights and cardio and all that. We really focus on like keeping your joints healthy or your muscles and everything. So it's a little bit different than just a gym where it's just like classes and cardio and we really, our programming, we sit and we think about it, we talk it through, we look at our members, we kind of see what we need, what everybody needs, or what their particular needs are, and then we just kind of go from there. So it's a very, I would say it's very specialized.
Yeah, I think
to our members.
Do get intimidated when they see us using the barbell, because they're like, oh, it's like CrossFit. And we do use the barbell, but also like if you don't want to use the barbell, don't use the barbell. Like you can modify, people can come in and start and have not worked out ever. And like our coaches will work with you where you're at. Do you know what I mean? And then there's people that are using the barbell and lifting heavy, but that doesn't mean you have to do that. So I think people do get a little intimidated by that.
Right. And I do like businesses, no matter what it is, that when you can be comfortable to go into any business and they'll meet you where you're at. Whether, like you said, whether it's your first time or if you're a marathon runner or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
The other thing that really, when I look at that, and now knowing you girls, I think the really cool thing about this is a lot of people are uncomfortable either about their weight, about their fitness, of like to feel different ways. But I don't see anybody coming into your guys' place and feeling uncomfortable at all.
No, we try not to. We try to make everybody feel like, because we have people from every age group, some people have never worked out, some people have, and that it's really about just accountability and like community. I don't care if you can't lift the bar, like just come in. Your job is to show up. So I think we do try to push that so that people do feel comfortable. But yeah.
What do you think the key is to people staying on track to be healthy, to keep working out?
I think the key is moderation and being accepting and forgiving of what you like. This is my big thing now, and I try to push this with my clients and with the members too. If you're tired, you're tired. Then be tired, and it's okay to be tired. And you don't have to work out 6 and 7 days a week. You're really doing more damage to your body and your health than you are benefiting from it. So it's very, I think it's super important to learn and to teach people to listen to your body, listen to how you feel, and honor that. I think that's huge, and I think a lot of, I think that we're good at that. I think our coaches are really good, and our, the vibe we have is to kind of support each other when, where were you yesterday? It's more like, I know you weren't feeling good, or I know you've been tired, you've been working out a lot. I think it's cool that you stayed home and, you rested, and now let's hit it today.
Right. No, that's great, because a lot of people think that they have to work out 7 days a week.
And then you get in a cycle and you get sick of it, and then you just quit altogether.
Right. Once it stops being fun.
Right.
Or once you get to a certain level of, like people say, I want to lose 20 pounds. So they go and they work out and they lose 20 pounds, and then
that's it.
Then they're done, and then you see them 20 pounds heavier later on.
Yeah.
And our coaches are also very like nutrition savvy and knowledgeable. 2 of us, I think, maybe 3. I know 2 of us have a certification in nutrition, so we try to talk to people about you can't just lose 20 pounds and do it on a specific diet, or it's got to be it's a lifestyle.
Right.
It's not
something sustainable.
Yes, and we kind of try to help and implement that and talk them through that and support them daily, or otherwise they're going to be frustrated, you know. And like you said, they're going to give up and quit. It's hard.
Right.
It's hard to do to yourself.
Right. And it sounds like it's a nice place too, because a lot of people just go to the gym and they work out and they're by themselves. Or like I work out and I have a buddy come with me just because we have to hold each other accountable.
Right.
To make sure if somebody's in your driveway to pick you up that you have to go. But people that go by themselves can get burnt out really fast. And it seems like being in a good environment of fun people that are there, you know, with very like-minded, that it makes sure everything goes really nice.
Yeah. And we check on each other. You know, you'll get a text, hey, you're missing you, where are you? And
oh, that's cool.
I think that's really important, and I think the members can feel that, like, oh, they're asking where I was, or if I, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's an important vibe too in a gym.
That's
We're like
awesome.
a big family.
Yeah, I mean, we're smaller. We're definitely a smaller group, so it's like more boutique-y, and everybody knows everybody,
And that's kind of the point, right?
yeah.
I think it's cool like that. I like cultures that are built that way on purpose and with intention. Okay, so what do you think the biggest challenge has been with building everything? Is it just getting people to know that you're there?
I think getting the word out of, like, and two, I think because we've been building through the last couple of years, because I mean now I think we know we're the wellness center and what we're doing, but just getting the word out and finding people that fit in with, because not everybody's going to come to our gym and be like, this is for me, right?
Sure.
And that's fine. But finding the people that this is for, and just getting the word out, I think.
That's awesome. All right, so because we're wrapping up here too, I want to make sure, is there any other information that we need to know about that you want the public to know about speaking, getting the word out of things, like where they should follow? I know we already talked about, is it tribalconnection.com? And then also any specific, if there's extra Instagram ones that we want them to follow, because I think your Main Street Infusion has its own page, right?
Yep, Main Street Infusion on Instagram. And I also have a website, mainstreet.com, which takes you to my booking.
Mainstreet.com?
Mainstreetinfusion.com.
Infusion.com.
I have the website, tuwellness.com, and then TU Wellness on Instagram.
TU?
Terry Urban, tuwellness.com, and TU Wellness 2022 is the Instagram.
Yeah, and ours is tribalconnection.libertyville.com. And that will, if you go on there, you can see everyone that's in the building. Like you'll see Stan, you'll see Steph, Jenna, and there's a bio, a picture of everyone that's offered there, or everything that's offered there. And then I'm pretty sure the website and phone numbers are on there too.
Okay.
So that's a good place. And then the Instagram is Libertyville, or is Tribal Connection Libertyville as well.
Tribal Connection Libertyville. I will put all of these in the show notes, so if you're listening to the show and you need to get somewhere, we
It's a lot
can
of
easily
info.
click
Yeah, it is a lot of
through
info.
It's a lot.
to all of them.
What's interesting though is that if you're just walking around downtown, you're like, I'm just curious, I'm going to check this building out.
Yeah.
Pop right in, and you will find a smiling, happy face who will show you what you need to see.
See, that's a nice way, especially if people are uncomfortable or they just find out from the podcast or they see something else, just, feel free to stop by and say hello.
Yeah.
I'm having a feeling that if anybody listens to this, they're going to be comfortable walking in.
I hope so. And your first class is free. Did you mention that?
Yeah, first class
Any
is
class
free.
you take is free. First one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then
you can sign
too,
up.
for the sauna and the, you don't have to be a part of the gym. We have wellness packages on the web, on MindBody for that. And
Yeah, if you want an infrared, cold plunge.
Oh, you have an infrared bed too?
the infrared
It's a sauna.
Sauna.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So great.
And I know that has a
So
ton
good
of
for
different
you.
benefits for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So if you already go to another gym but you want to use that, then you can sign up for that as well.
Nice.
Did we cover everything? Tara's our other coach, and she also personal trains.
Do you have to have a made-up name to work there?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be submitting my application with my, you'll know it's me when you see the name. I can't even say it on the air. So,
We're going to be, I know who this is, and he's
Perfect.
hired.
right, exactly. And it's going to be
He's
fun.
in.
And I just show up for the Friday night out things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'll be fun.
Those are fun.
That's good.
Those are fun as well.
You know, that's another thing in Libertyville. I just saw that the First Fridays. You guys know about First Fridays?
Yeah, we did a First Friday event,
Did
and
you?
it was awesome. Yeah, we had it in the building. It was super fun. A lot of people came through. We did a raffle. And
Really?
surprise. Yeah, it was really
So are certain businesses, they only do certain businesses, like there's a certain amount for every First Friday, or is it First Friday like across the
I
board?
think you're supposed to tell them, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
You have to get the liquor license.
If you want to be a part of it, you just
Yeah.
Main Street will let you be a
Gotcha.
part of that. Yeah, but that's so fun.
Yeah, no, I think it's a genius idea because everybody's looking for something to do on a Friday, and if there's
Right.
other things you can go in and there's something fun to have, or
Right.
go shopping and have a glass of wine or something at the same
So were
time.
you going to the gala?
I am not going to Gala because I'm going to be out of town, but I would love to.
It looks really cool. Are
Yeah.
you going?
No, I have to have my tooth thing done.
Oh.
I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah, or you'd be interesting there afterward anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe you should just make an appearance.
Just like swollen and on meds.
yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of a theme
Cute.
party in itself. Like
Yeah.
we can have an injured party.
Who is this psycho?
It's the psycho.
Nut job.
Oh my gosh,
Send her home.
you're
I've got
hilarious.
gauze in my mouth. Hi guys.
Oh, bloody.
I feel like you would get turned away at the door. I don't think you'd make it
Probably.
in.
Just you. Just
Excuse
go
me,
back.
ma'am.
You were not invited.
Well, I thank you all for being here. And if there's, I hope people enjoyed this episode because I think we got to learn a little bit about, if nothing else, we have the vibe of the tribe, so to
The
say.
vibe of the
Vibe
tribe.
of the tribe.
Oh my
Every
gosh.
time
You
we
are like,
talk, we have
David
a
comes in on a
shirt
Monday
thing.
morning and gives us a whole thing.
The
That's so
vibe
cool.
I'm
of
so
the
sad.
I
tribe.
love that.
We're not gonna have time to make our sweatshirts to say the vibe of the tribe. That's
Yeah.
perfect
That's
for a
so
shirt.
great.
Every time you see us out anywhere, we're gonna all have new shirts that say the vibe.
I
of the
will,
tribe.
and then you just put like my name on
Yes.
the bottom,
For sure.
under quotes,
Okay.
under
You
my
need to
fake
sign
name.
it so it could be like your
Yeah.
autograph.
Once I learn how to
love
write,
that.
do that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
Put
good.
that in their notes. I'm
Vibe of the tribe.
I have a
Actually,
note
that's what we'll call this
t-shirt.
episode. It'll be
The vibe of the
the
tribe.
vibe of the tribe.
Yes.
See?
Okay.
It was so nice of you to let us come in here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So
People
nice.
don't
You're-
usually let us in.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
This was
good.
great. He just
Great.
opened the door. It was so nice.
I'm surprised they let me
So
in.
We
here.
look
Usual.
homeless.
Right. And they still let me broadcast stuff on the interwebs. And maybe after this episode
The
we'll
World
get
Wide Web.
canceled.
The World Web.
The
The
World Web.
www dot yes.
We'll see what happens after the world ends.
Exactly.
How are we going to rebuild?
Oh my
The
God.
eclipse today, everything's going to be different. So we'll.
Ooh, that would be a good karaoke.
That's why you have the
Total
lights.
eclipse of the heart.
Total
He's like,
All right, so ladies, Libertyville, thank you so much for listening. We'd like to thank all of our girls from Terry, Jackie, Stephanie for coming in today. Libertyville, no matter where you're listening, whether you're on Spotify, whether you're on Apple, whether you're on YouTube, wherever you're listening, please make sure to subscribe because that way you will be alerted every Tuesday when a new episode comes out. And I do try to tell everybody to make sure that listen to the people you don't know because you can listen to your friends on here, but you can learn so much more about community. And I think the more that we do that, the more the community comes together. And we always do end with this as well, that we never know what kind of day people are having. So be kind to your neighbors, and I challenge you to do one random act of kindness today because I think it brings everybody together and it puts a smile on people's face, whether it's just the kind of vibe of the tribe here.
I
So,
love that.
yeah. All right. So Libertyville, thank you for listening to another episode of Discovering Libertyville. And girls, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. And we'll see you next Tuesday.